audio output source. Was that people?
Can you guys hear us now? I am super sorry. New headphones, so they apparently tend to not
I think we can hear it.
Okay. Yay!
Yeah,
It worked. Okay. My bad, peoples. My bad.
Hey, what would our streams be without technical difficulties?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah. But what I was saying is that I just can't believe summer's over already. It seems like just the other day we started the internship with Darren, and here we are, and his summer internship ends tomorrow. So it's just, it flew by. But luckily, Darren decided to stick with us for the fall semester, so he's sticking with us. So you'll get to see him around more often as well. And then what else were we talking about? We had Jubin. He'll be on the team too. He just won't be quite as engaged. He's got a little bit more of a heavy course load this upcoming semester, so he won't be able to be as involved as he wants to be. But he graduates in the spring, so he said he's back full time for the spring. So that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we've been 2 weeks here without a weekly update, so we've got quite a bit to share with you today. First, I think maybe it'd be cool to start off with a visual update on what Alyssa and Francis have been hard at work doing. So I'll go ahead and share a screen here if that's cool with you guys.
Yep.
I think you guys are gonna like it.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yay.
Here we go. Oh, okay. So you'll have to tell me what these signs say because
Oh no.
So
They're just the signs
like
are just
says...
placeholders for the moment.
Okay.
Hopefully, like we could put like some other ads in there, or
I think
like as we get more and more well known.
I think the one says bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one says guitar.
Yeah.
So...
Yep.
No,
it's just for the aesthetic.
It. Yeah, no, I love it. It's very like almost retro, but it actually works with the space.
It does.
Yeah.
I love them.
The words will change as like we go on. It's just kind of to give you an idea of what it's gonna be.
Now here's we've talked about this a few times, but this is the VR arcade portal. So whenever you're ready to go and wait to load into the streaming service, you'll go through that portal there, and you can see right above there. We'll share a better picture here in a minute to kind of tell you the games that are going to be in the arcade, but you can see a little snapshot there of some of the games. Again, we're constantly adding new content. We actually just today got the commercial license for a Batman VR game that's going to be pretty cool.
Ooh.
I mean, I haven't played it yet, but it's the Batman Arkham VR. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So anyway, yeah. Part of my job is which I love doing it is curating new content. So I get to go out and find new games and play them, and so yeah. So that's a new one. We've also got the escape rooms. Which we'll showcase those a little differently than the arcade because it's just a different kind of experience. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out there. And now we can see here that Francis did change the billboard here, so it doesn't. I don't remember what I said before, but
well, I can't take all the credit because Alyssa helped me with that. So
yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Apartments coming soon. And right here, as you can see, we took your feedback, and all of you who voted, thank you for voting. But we all agreed that Cyber Paintball was the winner. So what's that?
I was giggling.
Oh. So this is what we're gonna have in the space. This is gonna be the new tournament game that we create for the space. I would say it's not probably gonna be ready at launch, but I would say before the end of the year, I'm pretty confident. Because once Alyssa and Francis finish with this aesthetic here, we'll shift gears and they'll start working on the visuals and stuff.
We do have a question.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, Hero asked, so it's play to earn games?
These are going to be tournament games that you will have payouts for, first, second, third. I don't know if it's going to be like a play to earn where you just continually earn income for playing it. On this one, this is going to be a game where, first, second, and third place will earn, Evergrow coin or in the amount of whatever, whatever the payout is. So we have talked about doing some play to earn gaming where it's just kind of a grind it out and you earn income just by playing. This won't be a game like that necessarily, but those are coming. That's more of I think Sam and I have to work out the details on how exactly that's going to work. But again, I guess worth mentioning here is all of the tournaments are going to pay out in Evergrow coin or one of its alternatives, whatever those look like, and Evergrow is again the only cryptocurrency in the space, so that's how everything will be paid out.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a floating island here, and we'll have a little bit more info about what's going to be on that island here soon. Little sneak peek, I guess. But we do have some commercial contracts in the works right now. And then we've got the food court. So this is where you're going to go, and any other besides DoorDash, any other food delivery or food integrations that we can come up with partnership-wise are going to go in the food court. So if anybody is watching and you are a part of a food distribution company or something, some kind of delivery service, let us know, because we're always open for more partnerships. So that's the space. That's where we're at this week. As you can see, there's a lot of cool updates here. A lot of it's really starting to feel like a lived-in space. I think that's really cool. Really cool.
That was our goal.
And I don't have the little character. We'll show them next time. The little
Yeah.
helper robot. The helper robot.
I think that should be saved for next time when we have a better
Yeah.
sketch of him.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
We have to think up some names for
Yeah.
him too. So if anyone has any cute little robot suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Yeah. So if we haven't brought this up yet, you're gonna have your own kind of companion robot that's gonna be able to help you navigate the space or answer questions if you have questions. Alyssa and Francis are sketching the design for it right now, but he's gonna have some AI built into him, so you can actually talk to him, and you'll be able to say, "Hey, what is the score of the basketball game last night?" And he'll be able to go out into the internet, find that score, and then tell it to you. Much like
Alexa
Siri
or
Alexa or whatever. But what's cool about this is that it actually learns your speech behaviors and remembers things. So when you talk to him next time, he'll have a unique response because of what you said the day before. Some really cool AI. That's nothing that we developed. That's just to be clear. That's a partnership with another one of our NVIDIA Inception companies. So really cool integration. The company's called Charisma.ai, and they've been working on this for years and years. But super cool technology. But anyway, we're gonna incorporate that into the little robot that helps you in the space. and along with other NPCs. So any of the NPCs that you engage with in the space, you'll be able to just talk to them like you were talking to anybody. And because they're this AI-driven non-player character, they're going to be able to talk back to you, using their artificial intelligence to have a conversation. But I don't want to harp on that too much. That's coming down the road a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So right here you can see a little bit of a demo, sneak peek I guess would be the right wording for it, for the games that we've got so far in the arcade. Now this is only about a quarter of the titles. Part of what we're doing right now in our testing is making sure that the games work correctly in the streaming service. Some VR games aren't going to work very well today just because of limitations in internet speed and things like that. So we have to play the games on the platform and test it and make sure that they play properly. So the games you see here are games that are functioning really well, that will be available for sure in the space. You see Arizona Sunshine there. That's a game that some people may have on their Oculus Quest already. What makes this different is this is the PC VR version. So all of these games are the PC VR version. And for those of you that don't really know the difference, PC VR versions of Arizona Sunshine or Blade and Sorcery just have a lot more in-depth gameplay options, different levels. Arizona Sunshine, in my opinion, on PC is a completely different game. Just graphically and the levels and the storyline and everything is just a little bit different and better in PC. So you're going to get to experience those titles in a better quality setting. Some games that I didn't get on here yet that are in the arcade, Half-Life Alyx is one of them. We've also got Boneworks. Those are two of the bigger PC VR titles. And we'll start sharing more gameplay clips and trailer videos and things to kind of showcase more of the gaming aspects of the space as we get closer to launch. But I just wanted to share, a little list of some of the titles. I know some people have been asking, so I thought it'd be cool to share. So
there is another question.
Yeah.
Hero asked, is it free to access this whole thing?
It's free to access the social hangout space that we were showing a minute ago. And there are going to be games built into the social hangout space. We've got air hockey, we've got
Jenga, cornhole, chess.
Yeah. A bunch of games. And then on top of that, we're going to have that paintball game that we were showing there. The paintball game is going to be free to play as well. Once we're finished with it, a little caveat there that it's not quite done yet. But all of the functionality is already coded. We just have to skin, put the 3D models together and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be free. Now, the PC VR game streaming service will have a monthly subscription fee to it, or a pay per use model. However you want to do that, and that's because you're using our cloud computing network, and there is some cost on our end to make that happen. So we have to make sure that our costs are covered, and obviously we are a company and we want to make a profit. so there are some fees involved with that. But then also the social hangout space there, if you do have a monthly subscription fee for the arcade, you're going to have some cooler stuff that you get access to within the space too. So a little bit of both, I guess, is the answer for that.
We do have another question from Uncle Cheeto.
Yeah.
Is all of this compatible with the Oculus Rift, or is there a specific headwear the games are designed for?
Yeah,
Good
so
question.
this is a Oculus Quest 2 native platform. We do, however, have a Steam VR version that will work with Vive and Valve Index. So I guess that depends. Some people use their Oculus Rift on Steam VR. If that were the case, yes, you can log in through our Steam VR version that's going to be downloadable through Steam. Or if not, then it's going to be on the Quest store. Now, I'm not sure. The Rift is a headset that I'm not 100% familiar with. I think that they may have their own Oculus store on the PC, which we have not tapped into yet. So that would be the only instance where it wouldn't work on your Rift. So I would say yes and no. I would say if you can get on Steam VR, then yes. So
Another question from Ivan. I'm probably pronouncing this completely wrong. Ivan, what equipment will the end users need to access the space?
yeah, so similar question.
Yep.
The Quest 2, Oculus Quest 2 is the headset that we've specifically designed this for. And again, it'll work on the Vive Pro, it'll work on the Vive, it'll work on the Valve Index. So those PC VR headsets will work in the space as well. But we've geared this for the Oculus Quest 2 user because a lot of the functionality is to solve some issues that people have right now with the Oculus Quest. For instance, we're allowing users with the Quest 2 headset to play these PC VR titles that they wouldn't be able to play otherwise. So while, it's going to be accessible through both Steam VR and the Oculus store. So.
Yep. And I just want to reiterate that it's free to download, but then to access some of the parts like the PC VR arcade is paid. So
yeah. So that can kind of tie into our next update here.
Yeah.
Our website is going to be launching this week, or should I say, the updates to the website that are going to allow you to set up your membership.
Yeah, the website's already launched.
Yeah, website's launched. Sorry, website's launched, but objectiverealityvr.com. This week, you'll be able to log in with your Facebook account and create your account for the abstract.
Yay!
That's going to happen this week. There is a free version. So when I say membership, I'm just saying you're going to have an account with us in order to access the space. So we'll make a post on Twitter when that does go live, as well as Discord and all of our other channels. So just pay attention to that. It'll be later this week. But like I said, you'll be able to log in, get your account created, and then once the launch happens at the end of this month, you'll be ready to go. So, and there's a reason why we used Facebook. It wasn't obviously our first choice necessarily, but it's just they have a very clean way to instantiate that over multiple platforms. So like you can log in on the website and the headset and the mobile app all at the same time with a one-click login. It just makes things a lot easier for us. So that's why we went with Facebook logins. For anybody who's over there screaming because we're using Facebook, but that's the reason. It just makes our life a lot easier. And then on top of that, we're not in charge of maintaining your personal information, which causes a whole other headache of data security and things like that that we didn't really want to go into in our early stage. So yeah, that'll happen later this week. So just keep an eye out for that. And then something that we talked about last week that I think is a really cool idea, and I can't remember who exactly brought it up. Maybe it was Darren, but anyway, all of our WeFunder investors, we wanted to do something special for you guys, and not just the people who invested a ton of money. We wanted to give something special to everyone who's backed the project. Because honestly, we couldn't do any of this without you guys.
Right.
So what we've come up with is that we want to give everyone who's invested in our WeFunder campaign their own specialized apartment. And this is going to be something that Alyssa's going to put together for us. And it's going to be special for you guys that helped us out on WeFunder. and maybe Alyssa, Francis, maybe you guys could talk a little bit more about that. I know we discussed, you know, doing a little bit, doing something special. So
Yeah, pretty much what you said is that we wanted to do. We're making apartments for everyone. And I know there was some talk of maybe doing like islands for people further down the line, but we definitely wanted to give those who backed us like a special apartment, maybe like something a little bit more like fancy, maybe like some type of penthouse, maybe an aquarium, just kind of make it like when your friends come visit, you know, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so nice, how did you get this? And you can just like,
Yeah, maybe have like a
well,
plaque
you
on
know.
their wall too.
yes, a plaque too.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
looks like we have
great.
another question.
Oh yeah, we do. Do you want to?
Oh, I can go.
Yeah.
Okay, we have two questions.
We
Can my
do.
apartment come with a jacuzzi? We'll think about it.
We'll
Hey,
think
yeah.
about it.
That's an Alyssa and Francis question right
Uh,
there.
Is this dependent on or independent of operating systems?
It's so, it's gonna work on the Oculus Quest headset, which is, you know, its own Android operating system. We do have a cell phone version of the game of the Abstract Social Space that's on the back burner right now. To be honest, we have to get the VR version done first. But we are gonna have a version that will work on a cell phone in the next 2 to 3 months. But you do have to, in other words, you can't just use it through a web browser. It does require a little bit of computing power to run the Hangout social space. We are going to eventually tackle that solution so you can log in through your web browser as well. But that's not on our immediate short-term goal list. You know, our roadmap is that we get the VR space out there so you guys can check it out, so you can try out the PC VR games, and so you can play the escape rooms. Then you know, working on these commercial partnerships so we can get some more capital flowing and things like that, and then the cell phone version comes shortly after that. So yes, you would need an operating system, either the PC VR, Steam VR, you know, through your computer, or through the Quest 2 headset today. But Francis, I saw your text chat there. Yeah, let's talk about that. Maybe you could elaborate on the districts a little bit.
Oh sure, since Alyssa doesn't know about the districts.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, she has
Is
questions.
this something I missed?
Yeah, I guess.
It wasn't something we talked about in our staff meeting. It was just
Oh,
kind
no,
of
it was just-
Discord.
You, Darren, and myself. That's
That's
right.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I had an idea about, for the main, like, areas, having districts instead of just... It's hard to explain sometimes. If you played Kingdom Hearts 1, they had districts. You had District 1, 2, 3, and you just went around those districts, and that's how you went around. And it just circled back to that main district. So we have the main district done. But I was thinking, since we have that one area that doesn't have anything in it, maybe that can be our gateway to the very next district. So we can build off into the island even more.
Yeah, so it kind of expands the main island into more than just what you see there.
Exactly.
So you can keep going around on the main island.
Exactly.
I think it was a cool idea. I like it. And obviously there's going to be floating islands, you know, that you can see and go to, and those are going to be different things. You know, there's going to be like I said, there's one that we already developed. It's up there, and that's going to be a commercial partner that we've got coming to the platform. We'll announce that when the deals. But but we do have some commercial interest already, which is really cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I like it. I
Mhm.
like it. And then it allows us to keep developing and making the island bigger and bigger and bigger without people seeing the under construction areas. or
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can still use the headset and be in that main area and still have a great experience while we still build in the scenes.
Yeah. Right.
So I think it's a really neat idea. But
I like it.
That's
like
just
it.
that's just me. We do have another question. Ivan again. I have a NVIDIA 3090 GPU. Would the Steam VR equipment be the best option for me?
Oh yeah, you're good. No, yeah, like I said, we're making a Steam VR version. I don't know if you do have a headset, that works off Steam VR. Great. Like I said, we are going to put that out on Steam so you can download it. Now, if you don't have a headset yet, you could still get the Oculus Quest 2 headset. It's going to be cheaper. It's $300 versus $2,000 for a Vive. And
Jeez.
you could link that. They call it Oculus Link. You can link that to your PC and then stream it from your PC, or just use the app on the or just use the headset without it. So
And
you've got a few options.
I think the new update for the Oculus Quest 2 inside the headset, the Oculus Link now is wireless, so you don't have to really have a cord now.
Yeah.
You just have
And
to have
the-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and the Steam version of the game, it's not going to happen at launch, but in short order, we will have the ability to walk around the space without a headset at all. So that'll be. I mean, the functionality is already there. We just haven't been testing it. It works ish. So yeah, that'll be really soon. So if you're wanting to get in there day one, Quest 2 is going to be a good way to do it. Or if you already have a Steam VR headset, that'll work as well.
Oh, I missed some questions. I am super sorry, guys. Hawkish said that a how-to video showing initial setup and walkthrough into the space for beginners could be an idea for an upcoming video. Not a question, but a good
For
idea.
sure. No, that's absolutely happening,
That-
Hawkish.
yeah.
I'm working on that right now.
Yep.
actually.
Crypto Mark asked for a custom pet. The robot will be customizable. So
and reskinable at some point, so you could maybe turn it into like a dog or something instead of having it as a robot.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
think we were talking about like giving it different hats, and maybe we could
different
do, like,
hats and different colors.
Yes, we could do like dog ears or cat ears or something.
I would love it.
Oh, would it be a talking dog then? Because it has voice
Oh, yeah.
lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing that Johnny he didn't recommend. The one thing that Johnny, who's the one who's coding this interaction, he asked that it not have legs. So
Yes.
As long as the pet
Really
flies
dog.
or floats.
Um,
Just because it follows you around and it becomes very difficult for him to code it walking and following you, so it just to
yeah.
make his life easier.
Another person asked, will users buy land through Luna Sky?
So that hasn't been completely fleshed out yet. I did want to, this is just me, I did want to steer away from a lot of this metaverse company, selling virtual real estate stuff. I just think that it's gimmicky, and I think that it's going to end up blowing up in a lot of their faces, quite honestly. So personally, I don't really want to get into the world of selling space. Now, that being said, we are going to create these apartments and these islands, and they will be for sale. And they're more like an NFT though. So
Right.
we're gonna build those as NFTs, which, to my understanding, will be sold through Luna Sky. So again, those fine details have not been completely fleshed out yet. I will say that the peer-to-peer and NFT marketplace is slotted to be Luna Sky. We have no plans to go elsewhere for that.
Yeah.
So so that I believe you are correct. I believe you are correct in that everything that will be purchased for your character will be done through Luna Sky, or in the world at all, for that matter. So, yeah, I mean, we want to have, like you said, you want to have skins for your animals. We want to have apartments and islands, and we even talked about having like consumable benefits for the paintball game that you could purchase. That will kind of they'll be NFTs, but you'll be able to consume them, like health packs and things like that. So we've got a lot of really cool ideas for the space, you know, on the horizon that I'm really excited to get to.
All great questions.
Yeah. Everybody's so interactive today. I love it.
I know, right?
So one thing that I realized over the last couple weeks, we were doing updates on Telegram, I think it was, and I mentioned that we were part of AWS's Inception program, or AWS Activate, and it seemed like a lot of people were surprised by that. So I just wanted to reiterate that we are, if I haven't mentioned this before, we've been a part of AWS's Activate program, which is a startup kind of accelerator program through Amazon since inception, since we started. So this has been, 6 or 7 months now that we've been part of that program. So maybe I forgot to mention that, but it's a really cool partnership. They give us a lot of credits and help with development and stuff like that. And at some point, maybe, knock on wood, some funding. So so it's really cool. And again, we've been a part of that pretty much since we started. And then, more recently, we were picked up by NVIDIA's Inception, which is a really big deal for us. They are, the biggest company in the cloud computing space. We pitched them our concept, and they loved it, and accepted us into Inception, which opens us up to some venture capital funding. It's all kinds of resources and personalized help and all kinds of cool stuff. But then also we are backed by Rev1 Ventures, which is a technology venture capital firm here in Columbus, Ohio. And I think that was all of our partnerships. Ohio State University. Sorry,
Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State University is our technology partner for our government contracting endeavors. So a lot of really cool partnerships that kind of sprung up here. Evergrow Coin. I mean, I think we already kind of covered that, but yeah, they are a partner as well. So I guess last thing I really wanted to cover, is WeFunder is ending September 9th. So you've got a little bit more time. If you watched today and you said, man, that looks really cool, I would love to be a part of that. You can still head over to wefunder.com/Objective Reality Inc. and you can join the team. You can get one of those cool apartments that Francis and Alyssa are making, and you can you can help us see this into reality. But I again appreciate everyone's help and support. It's been overwhelming and phenomenal, and that was really all I had today. Anybody else have anything? Can you think of anything I missed?
Nope.
Nope.
The next live stream should be in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
interesting because that's our live
Yeah.
stream before we launch.
Right. Yeah. So the next one should be a pretty important live stream for us.
Yep.
It's going to be the right before we launch live stream. So
I think
fingers crossed
Yep.
things don't blow up on us. But, no, I feel good about it. We just
Same.
have some multiplayer tweaking to do. We've got a few more tests, but everything's functioning the way it's supposed to. So I feel good about it. Well, I'll let everybody go and get back to your weekend, but thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
see you guys.